Hello guys and welcome back. Finger Guns Bowie took away the audio. We have a Mobius.bet Maestros yet again. We start with the 7th day, I believe, today. And the match we're going to be starting with is going to be Backstab Boys versus Hokori. We lead back into the 4 game days. We do start an hour earlier today, so I'm sorry about lying to you all the time. This was communicated to me a bit later, but we will have the same amount of matches as usual, which is 4 best of 2s to the chagrin of us lovely casters. So let's go with the match today. What are your expectations, Bo, before we get into the draft between Backstab Boys and Hokori?
So before watching Backstab Boys yesterday, I think I would just say Hokori was going to 2-0 this. But I'm actually feeling like Backstab Boys stepped up a little bit from what I was expecting. So this might be like a pretty close game. I'm very excited about this.
All right, that's nice. Let's see. Go into a draft. I don't share your feelings of optimism. I actually think Hokori is, to me, one of the top teams in the tournament. Not gonna lie, like
I think so.
I do find that they surprisingly outclass a lot of the teams that I expect to be better than them. And I do think that against Backstab Boys, they're gonna really show that domination. Because one thing I really like about them is that I think they outclass better teams than them because they have so much confidence in their moves. You know, like they don't doubt themselves like other weaker teams do. They just go, and I respect that. You must be very proud of your good friend Analog.
Oh yeah, I am. I think what I learned from casting DPC and from watching South America for a long time is that Brazilian players, they're like this very, very spicy food. Like you can have at best 2 in every team. Like if you get 5 Brazilian players, very rarely you're gonna get like a good dish.
Okay.
But with the no ping with HFN and now Hokori with Analog, I think that's even Quincy Crew with Lelis. I think that's the perfect amount of Brazilianness you need in a team. And I agree. I think Hokori, they might be a big surprise for next DPC.
Yeah, I do. I am a big fan of this team. And I think Analog is probably the best mid they could ask for. I am very surprised. I mean, I liked Mr. Jeans too. I think Mr. Jeans was okay, but I didn't really fit with the team. I didn't think Nier was at the level of the team, with all due respect, back when they were playing with him. And now I finally feel like the team is coming to their own. Interestingly enough, because when I watched Hokori first, I always thought, oh, Lumiere. That's the guy who really stands out from the team. And now I'm starting to realize, Avo, you're stupid. They were just playing well around Lumiere, but they're actually a really solid team all around. But let's get into the draft, though, Bowie. Sorry, we are already watching it, but I like talking about the teams with you. What are you seeing here? What is interesting about this draft to you?
I think Puck, right? This hero is either like first stage banned or just ignored. So you don't see that often, but I love the matchup versus Invoker. So I like that they 8th picked it here for Hokori. And I'm impressed that they went for this Timbersaw against AA. I think, even though Timber is a really strong hero, it's always really scary to play against AA Blast. And there's going to be like a Jaro AA lane probably, right? Because I don't think Jaro can flex to 5 with an AA in the team, which means that's a lot of damage. Like, that's pretty much a sure cold feed because the missile stuns for so long. And it's a mega fast farming hero, as you said, with the stats Gyrocopter build that's becoming really popular.
Yeah, I agree. You don't think it's going to be a carry Timbersaw for Backstab Boys again, do you?
Oh, you're right. Oh my god. I mean, yes, maybe that would allow them to avoid this AA Gyro lane. Is that better overall? I have absolutely no idea. I mean, it looked okay until they lost, but yeah, that's interesting. I do like the clock, though. I think it's one of the strongest heroes versus AA. It's super annoying. He just runs at you, and you're an ice cone.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do find that the Clockwork is great against the Ancient Apparition. I think he's pretty good against Gyrocopter if you go for a Blade Mill build as well, which honestly it's fine because he can't really prevent his own damage, right? And Puck too, to a large degree. So yeah, I like this pickup. I still am liking Hokori's draft more for the reasons you mentioned. I feel like they're doing more with their draft here, but I'm not against Backstab Boys draft until I see Timbersaw carry.
Yeah, true. We'll see. I mean, they do have last pick, so I think this time they're flexing the Timbersaw in a nice way because you're only gonna know at the end. I think like that's one thing a lot of people don't talk about when discussing drafting. That like the flex means much more when you have last pick or 24th pick, like Backstab Boys do, because you actually use the flex up to the end. But I love this Bloodseeker here, and this is kind of so like, is this offlane Bloodseeker that used to be popular? Like, it could be mid, it could be carry. That's interesting. I guess it's offlane, right?
I'm not really sure. I'm assuming mid, to be honest, because I haven't seen him being played off lane too much these days.
Yeah, it's just that.
Oh, but
I
the
see
puck.
that-
No, you're right. You're right. No, you have to.
Exactly.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm so stupid.
I guess no. I mean, they can flex. It's just very unusual. I mean, you definitely. Yeah, Backstab boys are probably as confused as we are. I'm not sure if this is good for the end game, especially because Hokori doesn't have last pick. But we'll see. It's good versus Timber, right? Pure damage, the silence.
Can you play him support? Is it possible it could be Bloodseeker 4?
Ooh, I mean, I thought about this for a long, long time.
I know. I watch you.
I have never
follow you on
seen
Twitter.
I don't think it's that good, especially this game. But
Yeah.
you know, maybe we're gonna be blown away. Timber Soul carry did surprise us for 10 minutes.
and then it was crap though. I don't think that was the best example. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that bad this game. Just think about Bloodseeker 4, right? He can definitely build a blade mill, which is very similar to Backstab Boys. Is pretty strong. I can imagine he can build a 4-staff too relatively early. Blood Rage feels pretty strong this game. I can see the Blood Rage buffing the Jarek. Like, I don't... It's not crazy.
But I feel like in the past, the older version of Bloodseeker was better at supporting
Yes,
just
I
because
agree.
it would give lifesteal with the Q, and now you don't, right? The lifesteal is in your passive.
Very good point, actually. Very, very good point.
Yeah, because like you would pretty much give him like infinite salves to your carry, having that Q.
And
Now
also,
it's more about
Blood
the
Rage is
amp.
better as well before.
Yep. They take the Arc Warden. I think that's very smart.
What's a good?
This
What's
leads
a
me
good
to believe?
4 with Bloodseeker? What would you like to see here?
Well, I think you need a stun, right, to make sure the Blood Rite lands.
You don't.
So, what?
This is a good Earth Spirit game, to be honest.
Huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually thought about it because of the puck, because it can break the coil. So I wouldn't mind that. I think that's cool.
And now with Rupture as well, right?
True. Huh. I mean, we did see an Earth Spirit actually styling yesterday.
Yeah.
So
And Elmisha's a
I'm
really
down.
good Earth Spirit.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I guess you can kind of break the coil if you have max telekinesis.
and you also
you do
can...
deal with the clockwork. You take him out of cogs and stuff.
What do you have to steal here this game, though, as Rubik? I don't think there's anything... Wow.
Yeah, the hoodwink's okay. Yeah, you're right. It's not amazing.
Alright.
Wow. Yeah, I think this is a, I was really going for Hokori, but then this Bloodseeker Rubik kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is kind of an even draft. I love that they're going to play Medusa FCR and not Timbersaw FCR.
Yeah, thank God.
This is even. I think this is going to be a good game.
I would agree. I'm not the most convinced by this offlane Bloodseeker. I do feel... I mean, I guess it's okay because Puck brings some team fight to the table. But compared to most offlaners these days, he's certainly a bit weaker. And the matchup Bloodseeker 2 is very awful. Always. Carry as an offlaner or whatever.
Yeah, because like she wants to stand her ground anyway, so it's not like Rupture is going to change the way she wants to play the game. She's also super tanky, so it doesn't... Like, she can walk it off if she wants to.
He's very good against Squirrel, though, I will say. Yeah, I bet you can hunt Hoodwink really easily this game. Yeah, I'm going to go slightly for Hokori because I feel like their mechanical skill is a bit higher than Backstab Boys. Or, I mean, I think mechanical is unfair. Like, the way they play, right? The play is just a bit stronger and more solid than Backstab Boys. But I do agree with you that the drafts are relatively similar. I wouldn't give it to either draft too much.
Yeah, like if we're discussing the players behind the heroes, I would say Hokori has a slight advantage. But yeah, I mean, let's go. Ryder Invoker, FCR Medusa. This is gonna be... There's a lot of signature heroes on both sides. So this is Peru servers, right? Which I don't even... Yeah, I think this is Peru servers. So everyone on Hokori is gonna be happy, but analog. And then it's Brazil servers afterwards.
And then everyone on Hokori is gonna be sad, but analog. This is the technique Hokori uses. You know, they're just too good.
What is
They can never be completely defeated by the server.
Exactly. I think you need each player in a different country so that you always balance the ping out. That's the way. Like one in Chile, one in Argentina, Brazil. Or what else is really... what's a good SA country to live? Oh, Uruguay is actually underrated, I think.
Huh? Yeah, it's true actually. I don't know. You
The
want
internet might be kind of shitty. At least
Is
when
it?
I was there, it was really hard to find. Like even LAN cafes had really shitty internet.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like I remember I was like I was it was actually right at the beginning of my YouTube career,
Yeah.
and I was like, I mean, I'm a YouTuber now. I can travel everywhere and just like make content, and
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna be happy. But like it was really
I'm gonna
really
be
hard to
happy.
travel, make content, and enjoy myself. But I was like uploading a video in this LAN cafe, and it was taking so long. Like it was almost as fast, just using like my cell phone, but it was super expensive because I was in a different country. So I was there for like, I don't know, 30 minutes to upload a 1 gigabyte video.
Oof.
Kind of, yeah. I'm not sure if every LAN cafe was like that, but it was even hard to find LAN cafes in the first place. So I assume it's not the greatest internet.
Yeah,
SA.
I mean, can't judge, right? I have absolutely no clue. I do know that Chile has pretty decent connection,
Yeah,
So-
I heard that.
but
I
Moonlight's
think Peru
not
is
here.
also pretty decent, right?
I mean, from what I've heard, it's okay, but it is a bit unstable. That's the problem they have. And also, when Peru, when we talk about internet connection, it's like a whole different world if you're in Lima and then if you're anywhere else but Lima,
Yeah.
as Peruvians will know. It's always a very funny. Well, I don't know if it's funny or it's very personal, but to me, it's quite interesting as an international person, right? Like when I hung out with Beast Coast, it was funny because the Limeños, you know, like Hector and Chris Luck and stuff, they talk about Peru as if Peru is Lima and everything else is not Peru. They kept calling Stinger and Ren Monster, who are both from Arequipa, and they kept calling them foreigners,
Okay.
which is very interesting. In Spain, it's kind of similar with people from Madrid. They also think that Madrid is Spain and that the rest of Spain, and that the rest of Spain is not Spain. You know, so.
No, yeah, we get that in São Paulo as well. Like for anyone that is Paulista, which means you're from São Paulo, like everything else is countryside. There's
Yeah.
the only place that is not countryside is like literally the center of São Paulo. Everywhere else, oh, like it's people don't. It's not like they're being mean, but it's usually how everyone will address here,
Yeah, I get
almost as a foreigner.
that. I do joke about that. As someone from Barcelona, I do joke about to the other cities in Catalunya that they're all towns, just big. Some big towns, some small towns, but they're all towns, they're all countryside. But I don't actually believe that. That's really mean.
No, yeah, I get it.
By the way, what just happened is, in case you guys wanted to know, Analog speaking in Spanish, kind of. Obviously, he's Brazilian, so he goes, good luck, have fun. Pe, which is pues, so like, well. But it's just like a lot of Peruvians just use that at the end of sentences in general. It's like a bit of a tick they have. And mano meaning brother, right? So he's just trying to like imitate Peruvian speak. And he goes, shut up. Hijack says, shut up. And he goes, asu, which is like, oh God, you know, it's a su madre whole thing, but it's, oh God, wow, okay, can't believe you did that, kind of answer, yeah. So nice, and then of course you understand that then FCR talk about how Gray is muted, referring to, obviously.
It's actually really funny because I have this like the friend that I mean you talked about it on stream, so that's why I'm talking about it. When I had the restaurant in my place, the guy that cooks with me, he used to be an English teacher, and I actually recommended him to Analog to learn English because he was playing a lot of like high mark pubs. He wanted to become friends with the NA guys,
Yeah.
so he was getting classes for like a year, and now that he's in Hokori, he's looking for a Spanish teacher, and my GF might actually teach him Spanish because he's like having trouble communicate. So I've been
That's
pretty
cool.
much just selling Analog different like language teachers.
That's very cool. That's very cool. I think it's the best way to learn.
One of my favorites.
I think Dota is a really good way to like actually learn languages and grow into a culture. It's a very natural way of making
Yeah.
friends, I'd say. You know, it's not like you go to their country and be like, "Oh, teach me about Spain." No, it's like you met them in a very genuine way, you could say, by sharing an interest,
Yeah.
etc., etc. Yeah, I like that
I
about it.
totally agree.
That's how I learned
Alright.
Russian, for example. My puffs. That's the same thing.
I mean, I guess the little Spanish that I speak also
from
comes
pubs.
from playing pubs.
Yeah, no joke. I actually started learning Russian at one point just to understand my teammates, and it was pretty satisfying after a while. I was like, oh, I can actually understand when they insult me now. That's wonderful. Alright, let's look at the lanes a bit. We've talked about the Ancient Apparition versus Gyrocopter lane. Do you think the Hoodwink is going to make a difference? Or do you still think it's going to be a good lane for Hokori?
I think this is a good lane for Hokori. They have much more kill potential. Obviously, you know, Hoodwink and Timber, they can do a little bit of damage, but the conditions for a kill to happen, I think, comes from mistakes from Hokori rather than a natural ability to kill.
Okay, fair. What about the mid lane? How do you see this matchup, Puck Invoker?
I think this is just like a farm fiesta. I would be very surprised if anyone dies up to level 6 here. Puck shouldn't ever get his mana drained, and Invoker has so much HP regen that it doesn't matter.
And now as we go bottom, we're seeing D-Flash is struggling. Oh, come on, El Misho. Come on, El Misho. That could have been Bloodseekers. Anyway, El Misho decided to take the first blood as body blocking his carry and taking the kill with a Fate Bolt. And we see that this lane is going pretty well for Hokori. I honestly can't imagine the Bloodseeker being destroyed this lane against the Tusa. He doesn't do enough, but he never is going to die. You have constant healing.
Yeah. I think what I'm very curious about Vitaly is how he's going to itemize, because offlane Bloodseeker is actually super versatile.
Yes.
He does have the urn queued up. Oh.
Sorry. sorry. Go ahead. I get excited when you talk about this hero. Go on.
And I feel like Vessel is going to be really good. They didn't have a Vessel hero up to the point that they picked the Bloodseeker, so that's good. I think it's going to be amazing versus Dusa, amazing versus the Timbersaw.
Yep. The reason I get
Even
excited is
Invoker,
because I think
actually.
it's very interesting to see the versatility of Bloodseekers and how they think about this, right? Like, for example, I can tell you just from watching a lot of Papita Bloodseeker back when that was popular. In this game, the first time he would go definitely the Urn to eventually get Vessel, but then the first item he would actually build would be Atos, because that's how he considers to deal with it.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good idea this game, to be honest. It's not like a bad consideration.
I wouldn't mind the Atos too.
D-Flash, okay, I don't know why you're fighting this. His battery's on level 1, my friend. You're gonna die. That is not strong enough against a Bloodseeker. Oh,
Alright.
that was awful. I saw you miss that last hit, Vitaly. That was very sad to watch. Anyway. I am curious as to how he's well built. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I can imagine the Dusa though getting good farm this lane. I don't think you're gonna kill the Bloodseeker, but I also don't think he's gonna disturb you at all.
Yeah, it's going to be farm fiesta for sure. Which is why I was not that keen on the Rubik pick. You know, it's going to be like a trade-off farm on both sides, and we'll see who that benefits more.
The only thing I do like about Rubik in this particular lane is that telekinesis is really powerful against Clock in the early, which you mentioned as well in the draft.
Yeah.
So at least that makes the lane, because I do think Clockwork can be a huge counter to Bloodseeker in lane. And if you completely lose your lane with Bloodseeker, it feels really bad to pick this hero.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This hero
Analog.
doesn't recover.
Oh my god, I was not expecting this. Analog just died to Rayur. I'm sorry I missed that, guys. I was not.
Yeah, okay, he was level 5. Okay, I'm very impressed. I don't think that should usually happen.
I have no clue what happened, to be honest. He was so far. I think he went for a kill here and got punished by a Tornado Cold Snap. Must have been.
Yeah, but like, look at the experience. Puck is level 4.5 versus the level 5.5 of the Invoker.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. And the kill doesn't make this much of a difference. Rayur, another good TP.
He has 11 denies as Invoker?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
very
this
impressive.
is incredible.
Double null,
Ryer
though.
stepping it up.
Double null
True,
plus
true, true.
circlet, so he did go for a lot of damage. But I mean, Puck actually, never mind. Puck also went for the double null, just not completed.
Yeah. CR.
Oh,
Okay, Flash is in position.
he does it better to level 2 now, so he actually deals damage. Oh, and Misho just Fate Bolt D-Flash so he can get the healing. There we go. Blood right, and that heals Vitaly back. Very important to always let your offlane Bloodseeker get the last hit if possible, because now you can continue the aggression like this. Going for FCR, who's out of mana, got a bit too cocky. That magic stick is not going to save him, and he will die to Vitaly and give him back the 2 earned charges that he lost earlier. However, at the same time, Hijack gets a counter kill against Diaris.
I guess one thing that's worth mentioning, the Gyrocopter actually went for the second pointing rocket barrage, which is not that popular, especially when you go for the stats build. So even though Gyrocopter is supposed to farm fast, he kind of has to deviate from this build a little bit just so he can survive the laning stage. And even still, he died. So
Yeah.
this is definitely going to slow him down a little bit.
It's clear to me. Oh, Hijack. Are they going to be able to kill him with this? Not much damage. It's clear to me that the Gyrocopter wants to win this laning stage pretty hard, but that death is costly. I mean, I was watching bottom, so I couldn't tell, but I do see a couple of mistakes. Like, FCR shouldn't have died there. There's no way you go close to a Bloodseeker when you're that low on HP. That's suicide.
Yeah.
I need to, yeah, there we go. You have to start running away from these blood rights. That's level 3 now. That deals so much damage now to the Medusa.
Both carries actually getting spanked in the laning stage. The Jar just got level 5. The Medusa is still level 4. So
Medusa is really
pretty-
struggling to find farm though. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I think Vitaly is just outlasting her. In the mid lane though, we're gonna see T-Flash. They're gonna try to find El Misho. There's DMP, Rayur. The Bushwhack missed. That was not even close. Now they hit him with the tree. The acorn shot a bit of slow. El Misho running away from the illusions, and he will be able to make out of here alive.
All right. Analog has level 6. Looks like he wants to. He was going towards the Medusa, but actually gives up on it.
Gardic is Hijack attempting at this? Oh, you know, hit by the whole missile.
Oh,
That
hot
should freeze
rotation.
him. Yeah, the rotation from Analog. This could be a kill, actually. Illusory Orb. We have the Dream Coil on top of that. We have the Waiting Grip for a bit more extra damage. And even though he's trying to desperately kill Gardic, Hijack will not succeed. Rayur, however, comes for the counter kill. They don't have Bushwhack anymore for Tiaris. Tiaris has a Magic Wand still. He's going to fight back with a Rocket Barrage. He's going to force the Ghost Walk. No, not enough time for him. Tiaris does die to the Bushwhack, but in exchange for Rayur's life, he's going to take that trade any day. Analog's out of mana, though, and Gardic is as well, so they're going to let the Squirrel live. Still, very good trade for Hokori. 2 cores there just for your Gyrocopter, and he dies at the end. That's perfect.
When they even refill Analog's bottle. Oh,
That's so
beautiful. I legit get as smiley when I see someone refilling bottle. It just feels so good. Like you spend all your mana, you rotate to help your friends, then the support that dies just shows up, gives you all that mana back. It's beautiful. I love this game.
What a positive day you're having, Zoe. I'm happy for you. Almin, we do have Call Down coming soon. Almin is going to be able to get back, however, to Telekinesis to put Rayur in the middle. Then Call Down on Misho, hitting him in the Fate Bolt. He is going to die to the Chakram, however, or at least to the Help from Hijack there. Just one more auto attack. It's going to be the Timber Chain. But Rayur is the real target here. Tiaris, out of spells, all on cooldown. We still don't have the Ice Blast, so it seems like all of Backstab Boys will survive this engagement. Only got the kill on El Misho. Not the biggest deal, but surviving there, pretty nice.
Yeah, I want to see what they do with this. I like that Ryer actually fake backs. Yeah, they might just get this kill again.
Yep, they go for Gardic easy with a pushback. Good job. Hijack taking advantage of the Ring of Health. Now this is much more worth your rotation.
For sure. I think that was not actually great to the Invoker. He went top, died, and
Yep.
comes back. No TP, barely kills the support. But if they can take this tower, this is gonna be
Pretty good.
very nice.
Yep.
Gyro though, look at that beautiful boy farming stacks.
Yeah, we didn't go for the stats, but it's taking him a bit longer. He has to use the Rocket Barrage to farm stacks now.
Yeah, that's true.
We see TPs, Holy Missiles being set up. We still have the combo with Coldplay yet again. They miscalculated that. The Holy Missile will still stun, and Puck will catch him for sure. Dream Coil kill on me first. There we go. Deal with him. As Rayur breaks the Dream Coil, taking advantage of the distraction that Almin set up. But it wasn't really even needed. Hokori is gonna just chill out as they let Vitaly kind of carry this game. First time 4 staff in the end for him. Interesting choice. I guess anti-clockwork mechanics.
Yeah.
Analog. Again. Cold Snap with the urn. He does have the face shift. Should be able to jaunt to it in time. Oh no! Analog got caught from behind. Didn't jaunt to it as the orb disappeared. And Backstab Boys, they'll get yet another kill.
Oh, little squirrel bottom.
Yeah. Oh, but Vitaly, he's realized I may be fast, but I'm not skinny like you. I can't get to the trees. So he has to go back to lane and just farm instead.
Okay. I mean, this is really good for Backstab Boys. They're trading the tower, but they're gonna get it much earlier than the Bloodseeker can. So, nice job. Yeah, Analog. He recovered okay from that laning stage, but I do feel like if he didn't get crushed in the laning stage like that, he would have more kills, and the Invoker wouldn't be able to be so dominant with those rotations.
But you were doing a great job this game. He's
Yeah.
so impactful. And I feel like for Hokori, you need Vitaly to kind of make up for this. We'll see if he's capable of it, as El Misho's nearby. He is first item vessel after the 4 staff now. Me, the 4 staff is also to find the squirrel in these situations, to be honest.
True. The flash TP'd. Oh, Misha.
Vitaly.
Oh, they got
What are you
evasion.
thinking? Oh, the creep actually revealed where Almin is. Ice Flash is coming. E-Flash is gonna die at this rate. For
Oh.
sure, Almin falls. The E-Flash, yep, he also dies here as El Misho preserves his HP. He's gonna be able to TP. And now finally they can try to push this tower down bottom.
AA Blast is such a bullshit spell. They did so much damage. Wow.
Oh, Vessel first, then Force Level.
Yeah. I like it. I think the Vessel is really important, and he had a really good timing.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I don't know if the Bloodseeker pick was the best pick here, but Vitaly sure plays him like it. So I've been very impressed with the performance. When I see a Bloodseeker beating a Dusa in lane, that's already pretty good, honestly. Especially with Clock as a helper.
Yeah, especially with Rubik as your support 4.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a very strong lane support.
Yep. I mean, he is good to deal with the Clock, though, which I think makes, like, it frees up Bloodseeker, you know?
Yeah. Like, if you actually look at the net worth, he is ahead of the Dusa by 500 gold. He is literally the carry right now.
No, yeah, he is. And I mean, Bloodseeker is a really strong hero if you can get the early items on him. Start to genuinely carry the game. He's a very easy hero to play as a space maker.
And I think, like, okay, they missed the spell, but the buff aspect of Blood Rage afterwards, I think, is severely underrated.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have this Bloodseeker that might go Solar Crest, and then you'll also give 150 attack speed for the Gyrocopter.
Well, 75.
Oh, Deuce,
SCR.
75? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
okay,
it's
that's
half.
true, that's half.
Telekinesis. Oh, no, we don't need it. It's Bushwhack. Oh, my goodness. El Misha with a long-range Bushwhack. Capable of stopping that TP from the Dusa. Even wasted the Stone Gauge for that. Okay. Good kill, Hokori.
Interestingly enough, the Dusa didn't go for the Dragonlance and just went Yasha. Interesting.
Do you like Dragonlance more for the extra tank ability there?
Yeah, I think like, I just feel like it's a better progression, and you also like make the Medusa much tankier. So maybe she could walk the Rupture off a little bit like closer to the tower.
Nope.
Someone helps her.
Dream Coil. They really want T-Flash, and it's really easy for them. I mean, it might be possible as she's considering to go for the Manta into Ags into Shard build, right?
Yeah, probably. And there's a lot of value in the Manta here because you're gonna be able to dodge the missiles, dodge the Cold Feet.
Dispel the Bloodright Silence.
The Blood Right Silence, yeah.
No, you're right. I do think there's a lot of value. I like the Ags build, honestly, this game, because I do feel like if you don't, they might run you over. Jaro is not the slowest of heroes. Especially now with a Maelstrom Ags. He's going to farm so quickly right now. He is beating the Dusa now. Really easily recovered Tiaris.
You go for that Maelstrom build. Now gonna farm the eggs. What about Hijack here? I think Hijack surprised me in almost every laning stage yesterday.
Yep.
And he's doing pretty well, 3-1 and 1. But I would like to see them use the tankiness of him a little bit more. Just, you know, play with him close to the tower, lure everyone. Yeah, and that's what he's doing right now. Like, you want the smokes to connect to you and not your Dusa.
That's true, but if he dies here, it doesn't feel too great either. As Hijack just kind of walked in to go. They can get a counter kill on Gardic. That's not going to happen for now. Vitaly still wants to fight this, but they need the puck, and they used all of their resources on the Timber Saw. But Backstab Boys isn't able to capitalize on this. Like, Gyrocopter's still farming, whereas Backstab Boys is all together, meaning that, yeah, FCR's farming, but sharing that farm with their teammates. Vitaly, okay, this would be valuable. Cut the tree though before the pushback can connect. Very good job, Vitaly. Hook shot. And use a Sunstrike on top of that. Vitaly setting up here with a Bloodright. He is very tanky. Can he kill a Clockwork? Oh! If he killed him, he would have survived that. But Rayur's that gets the kill, the MP. They find the Nisho here. He did steal the Chakram here, trying to steal Bushwhack as well, but unfortunately he's going to be dead and won't be able to use it. So, Backstab Boys now utilizing Hijack pretty effectively, taking 2 kills.
Yeah. Like, they spent so much spells on him that they were able to just keep fighting and get the tower. That was a good play at the end of the day. They capitalized on wasting all of those spells. The Dusa slowly recovering, but this Gyrocopter is starting to give me... I'm starting to get worried for Backstab Boys because he is so fat. Okay, so Ryer didn't go for Vessel, gets the Midas, trying to finish eggs. I like this.
Yeah.
I think they do have a decent amount of stuns to have the Cataclysm doing damage.
Even Cogs as well.
Yep.
Oh, shot. Okay, he flushes out. He didn't waste one charge of the Vessel. Ah, he's down to 2. It's fine. I mean, it's scary though, because as you say, Gyrocopter's getting quite fat here. Once he gets Ags, I think he'll really just start outfarming the Medusa by much more than he is right now. And I don't know what her build is going to be still for FCR. I'm questioning if he's going to go for the Axe here. Oh, I don't know. Nice fake shit. Dream Coil though, with the Ice Blast, might also set up at least one kill. And he didn't touch the Invoker nor the Squirrel. She's gonna die, however. They didn't need the Ice Blast for her, but they would have liked to be able to kill the Invoker too. With this, at least Vitaly finishes his 4-star.
Okay. Let's see if they can actually get this tower. I don't think they can, because the Gyrocopter doesn't seem to be interested in joining them. So the status quo is still really good for Backstab boys. They're defending this mid-tier 1 tower. As long as they do that, Roche is almost an impossible task for Hokori, since they also have the Clockwork.
Fuck. Nice. That was a really good evasion of the hookshot there. Rupture does put Hijack now in a difficult position. That's a Yol setup to survive this, but Ice Blast, that's gonna set out for that. And with a Rupture, he's just gonna die. However, they did catch Vitaly. For now, it's offlaner for offlaner, but his 4-step will put him to the high ground. D-Flash with a Cold Feet, and the Spirit Vessel might just tick down here. As 2 kills go the way of Hokori. They want a 3rd one, ideally another core here, but the Ice Wall is preventing this from happening. Another Bushwhack from Almin, but they have no follow-up here.
All right, I love the way Tiad is actually connected to that fight. He went from behind, and now most of the spells were already used, which means he can just show up, hit this tower. Let's see if Backstab boys are gonna try and defend this. There's no glyph, but the respawn timers are there.
Alright, they do fight Vitaly here, but he's capable once again of 4-staffing. This 4-staff already giving him such value in these fights. Hokori, once again, take tower and back. A little bit of guerrilla warfare here. Backstab boys trying to match the rhythm, but struggling. As the Axe finished up for Gyrocopter means that he's more than happy to now join in the fray. And we see FCR going for the Scotty now.
I actually would be much happier with Tiares going for a Hurricane Pike instead of the BKB. I really feel like the hook shot into Cataclysm is going to become a problem that the BKB doesn't solve. We'll see what he does though.
Oh,
Ryer.
They do have an Ice Blast. Adloss is going to snipe him. No need for the Ice Blast. Misho does die in return, but if they can get Almin, it could be even. However, the hookshot surprise Analog. Almin does die there to Gardic and his Ice Blast. Stopping D-Flash, Analog back to the high ground, attacking D-Flash. He will get the kill with a little Witchblade poison help. As Vitaly goes back to the lane to heal back up. It does seem like Hokori is now starting to pull ahead much of Backstab boys. And most importantly, it's forcing Backstab boys to pile all their farm on FCR.
Yeah. I feel like the way that they fought on Backstab boys was a little bit greedy. Starting like when the tier 1 was still up. The Medusa never Stone Gaze. It felt like they were ahead. They were kind of afraid of committing, and it just allowed Hokori to get so many kills that then the Medusa wouldn't even pop Stone Gaze because it was just waste. I think they kind of lost their timing a little bit on Backstab boys. They had a lot of farm. They were defending that tower, but because of the way they're not committing or aggressively moving around the map, it just allowed Hokori to do that first. Vitaly now going for a Kaya. Okay. It's kind of greedy.
There's a Rupture. Hijack. Sending back. We have Nice Blast. Hijack. A bit of noise. He can't really get out because of the Rupture, so Hijack is just a matter of time before you die. At least you take some damage, but the 4-staff once again staying from the sharpshooter. I've never seen such a high item value in a game, honestly. Vitaly is just zooming all over the place. It's impressive.
Yeah, he's 8, 1, and 5. Wow.
Honestly, this 4-staff is the best pickup. I thought Atos was gonna be great, whatever. It's just 4-staff. It counters everything from Backstab boys.
It's so good versus Clockwork. I do feel like Atos a lot of times can be very useful, but you know, with the Timbersaw going for the U-Scepter, they already have like Manta on the Medusa. Your timing with the Atos can be very like deceptively small if the Medusa farms fast enough. So I think this is just like an overall safer way to approach the game.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Let's go for Kaya next, by the way. Interesting choice. Kaya.
Yeah, I was kind of confused. He actually bought it. All right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage, but I already feel like he has a lot of damage. I would like to see maybe They do have a Solar Crest. They don't, so Solar Crest would be cool. Oh, bottom.
I mean, dies. Rubik even sold a Bushwhack. Maybe he's going Yasha Kaya? Is that possible?
It is possible, I think. Oh, no, he's going Kaya Sanj, alright. Gonna keep the tanky.
Oh no, Sanjin Kaya. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I was hoping for the more aggressive Bloodseeker, but I guess the tanky Bloodseeker is 10 times better.
Alright, so looks like they're going for the tier 2. Backstab boys, they're kind of positioned well to do it, but they're not committing so far. Yeah, I think they're gonna get it anyways, eventually.
Do so with a Scotty. We do hear an Ice Blast. Or we do see an Ice Blast, rather. As D-Flush is being hunted. Analog hits him with a Witchblade, slows him down. Hung Missile on him. I don't think it's even needed. He's gonna die. Oh, Tianis even gets him with a Side Gunner. A true carry through and through.
Yeah, this is looking rough. And that's really like my problem with this Timbersaw hero. I feel like you have to play a very specific style with it, like constantly showing him in lane, just dragging people to his lane, and not necessarily like kill anyone, but just like make sure that you're making everyone busy so they're not farming as much and your Medusa is always safe. I think like overall FCR farmed a lot, but I don't feel like it stopped Hokori from farming. And as we did talk about, we kind of rate them slightly higher as a general team. So I just feel like, you know, they're getting their items and then they make moves. Finally, Backstab boys smokes. Let's see if it's too late or not. Oh.
Hook shot from Clockwork, okay. Ancient Apparition, Chakra, get him, guard it. Might die as a result, but Bloodrite will at least silence the Medusa. Going for hijack first, it seems. They're trying to catch up to him, but El Micho might just like the hijack as the team leaves him behind. They're trying to fight on the Invoker first, where you're a much more valuable kill. Tianis is trying to do the head-on carry-on-carry collision, but he seems to be losing this matchup as the Rupture comes out on FCR. He's trying to stop this TP. He will succeed. Tianis not going to retreat in time. And Hokori will lose 3. A really good fight going the way of Backstab boys, but very awkward for Hokori and how they played that.
Yeah, it was really awkward because they didn't really focus the same targets. The coil was on the Invoker, but there was no one to do damage, which forced like a cooldown, but the Invoker just sidestepped it. So a lot of the damage Hokori has was just wasted. So nice smoke from Backstab boys.
Alright, D-Flash.
Hello. Oh, nice force staff.
D-Flash does die, and yeah, the Force Staff saves the Clockwork at least. So at least you deter them from pushing immediately. Backstab was not to think twice about this, but it still was a good fight for them. Oh, nice denial actually.
It was. I think ideally they wanted to roach after that fight, but they didn't got enough kills to make that possible.
Yep.
But I love it. Like they finally got a timing on the Scotty Medusa, and they smoked pretty much instantly. So that's good. And look at the Medusa's farm already. Already like a third or a halfway towards the butterfly.
It's not bad. Gyrocopter's not a bad MKB picker though, but he has to realize this in time. Especially with Ags, I feel like it's okay for a Gyrocopter to go with that item, but I agree. He has to see the Medusa butterfly.
I think this is... Okay, let's just see what happens middle first.
If they use Rupture, they could commit to this, but I think they're a bit afraid. Bloodrite in 4 more seconds. Hijack moving around. There's the hook shot. Can push him back. He has 4 staffs, so no reason to put him in the cogs. But D-Flash just sacrificed himself for that. At least he does save the Timbersaw from a potential kill.
I don't think he needed saving, though. I think that was a little bit too crazy.
Yeah. Look, Bowie, I'm trying to see the bright side of life, okay? I don't know where this negativity is coming from.
Sorry, guys. But in all honesty, what I was gonna say is that's why I wanted the Gyrocopter to go for the Hurricane Pike. Not only I think it's really good versus Clock. Okay, another fight starts. I think without the Dragonlance of the Hurricane Pike on the Gyro, he gets kited by the Medusa because, you know, not only she has the Groove Ball, maybe that's why she didn't go Dragonlance, honestly. You just get super kited by the Scotty's Law, so I think it would help the Gyro a little bit because, you know, it does go through BKB, but he's either going for Scotty or Butter, which is fine too.
Nice, D-Flash, kill. There we do have the annoying little squirrel, but these kills on D-Flash may be happening too often. I feel like you're starting to lose
Yes, I would agree.
The advantage of the clockwork.
Like, I mean, obviously playing support clock, like that's how it always feels. You're the hookshot bot and stuff. But there are definitely some kills. Like, I feel like the job he's doing right now should be Timber Sauce.
Yep.
But Hijack, like I am gonna be honest, I was very impressed with how Hijack played the entire day yesterday. But sometimes I feel like he's a slightly too greedy of an offlaner. You know, there are greedy offlanes, but when you're running his Medusa, I think it kind of doesn't really synergize that well with their, like, what their drafts are supposed to do.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there. What do you think they could do to mitigate this? What can they? How can Backstab boys play?
Keep suiciding the clockwork.
You think? I mean, can you do it
Like,
like
someone has to do that job. Like, someone has to push waves. Someone has to, like.
Can't that be Almin though?
I mean, I think he's the only other hero. Like, I'm not sure the Hoodwink can do that job. So yeah, I mean, it's rough. I think they're being a little bit too safe on the Backstab boy side.
Okay.
Which, you know, if they feel like they're gonna be stronger in the late game, I'm all for that. But I think Hokori is gonna scale a little bit better with this Bloodseeker if they play it right.
I have to agree with you. I also find that Gyrocopter. I mean, Nusa has steroids with the Alacrity, so you know she does have a bit of an advantage there. But I do feel like the Gyro matchup is slightly beneficial to him.
Yeah, and I love that he's going for the MKB. He actually had the butterfly queued up, but sees the butterfly on the Deucer and decides to go this way. This is going to be really powerful. I'm surprised no Roche was taken, like, to now. Like, they're avoiding fights so much that there's never an opportunity for anyone to Roche because everyone's alive all the time. I mean, besides the clockwork, but that's not enough for both, like, any side to Roche.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do find that. I mean, I'm surprised that Hokori is avoiding fight. I mean, I guess they're just trying to look for pickoffs, right, rather than fights. I do see Hokori all itemizing for the late game though, which I'm kind of scared of for Backstab boys. Because while Ags Invoker does have a bit of late game, with Midas especially, it's not as powerful as physical damage Puck, right? That's just really good into the late game.
And he's gonna make the Gyrocopter stronger. He's gonna make the Bloodseeker stronger.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so they finally smoke. All right, all right. This could be their timing here, especially if they find a Dusa with that ward.
Oh, that's huge. Can't believe FCO's gonna die here. I mean, they don't have any MKB, but it might not matter. Yeah, Mona's depleting quickly. Trying to break the Drink Cold, not even needed. She just falls. Oh, wow,
that
FCR.
That was unacceptable, actually. Like,
yeah.
You should expect a ward to be there. So.
Yes. Either a ward or a support needs to be in between. Like, either you have a ward defensively or a support needs to be, like, around here, blocking.
He just felt like he was like strong enough that he could buy time, but his team was not close enough. Like, if you want to go for that, you need everyone 1,000 range away from you, not like 5,000.
Also against Rubik Puck, I don't know if you can buy time that easily, honestly.
True. I mean, there's still a tree there, guys. If you cannot cut this tree, I think this is actually pretty scary.
Yeah, you need to cut that tree. Cut the tree, guys. Anyone with a... Does nobody have a quelling blade?
Oh, God.
Oh?
That's right.
Okay. Oh, this man. Ages for Tiaris. I guess they just let it go. They're afraid to fight with Adusa. Fair enough. But at this rate, T-Flash, of course, he's found out. T-Flash will die. Analog, though, he also is a bit in trouble, but it's not going to matter as much. They give him the Glimmer Cape, and they're good to go. Ice Blast will hit the Invoker. Seems difficult to catch him. Scurry from the Rubik, and Misha trying to find someone. Chakram will break the tree he was on and deal a bit of damage to him.
All right. I mean, I like the Backstab boys didn't engage Roche. I think that's the right move. But like losing Dusa and then losing Roche is unacceptable. I don't think.
They know Gyro's top right now, which is why they're playing so aggressively. Gyro showed himself up. And that means that Hokori needs to be super safe about this. But Hokori's just going to take the tower.
Dusa cannot carry the Groove Bow anymore, so actually goes Dragonlance because she's holding the Paladin Sword. That's nice. I do feel like the attack range is really important versus this matchup. Jar did go for the Dragon Lance afterwards as well.
Yep.
Which is cool. I think eventually he might get that Hurricane Pike.
But he did go for Satanic over the MKV though this game.
Yeah.
He saw the
that is
last fight
true.
and probably thought, I don't need the MKV.
Maybe. Yeah, like they do have a lot of damage besides the Gyro, which is why I think Hokori scales much better. Like Timber, like technically should scale a lot, but I feel like he had this power spike that he never truly used on Hijack. He's just like farming more items.
Yep.
And I expected a Lotus Orb coming from him on this Dusa. There's so many spells they're gonna throw at her. I find his build to be very how would you say? It's not greedy. It's just selfless.
The opposite, yeah, selfless, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I agree. I also would say that in Timbersaw's case, for you to keep being relevant to the late game, you need to keep farming like you're relevant the whole time. You know, you have to like skip lanes, able to get the dangerous farm. And if you keep doing that, you're always so strong that eventually like, the enemies can't kill you easily, and so it works out for you. But the moment that you fall off the horse, you fall off hard as Timbersaw. And it's very difficult to recover.
I totally agree. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if this is gonna work out for them. I just feel like the Deuce is not gonna look as strong as she could be just because there's no Lotus, just because they were sharing farm at the end of the day. Like as I said, he didn't go for a lot of dangerous farm. It was mostly the Clockwork. Oh, Rupture?
Yeah, on the Timbersaw, I don't think they can cancel this. Oh, there, Maya spoke too soon. Dreamcoil was perfect for analog. The Ice Blast only hits him barely. He grazes him, only to get the debuff, but that's enough.
Yeah, that's really rough.
It doesn't seem like Backstab Boys has any plan to really win this game, but do so farm a lot, and hopefully that carries you. Oh, FCR. They have Rupture. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, that's why. That's why he's playing so aggressive. Never mind.
Side of Vibes on the Bloodseeker. I like it. It's going to be really good. There's no status resistance on the Dusa, no BKB.
Yep. Doesn't look too good for her. Well, I think they're just going to wait for MKB on Hokori, and once they get on Gyrocopter, I think they're good to go, really.
I agree. Overall, I'm just very... No, I'm getting some SG vibes from Hokori here. They're playing very, very safe.
Yeah.
But, you know they have the better late game, so I don't mind it. I just feel like Backstab Boys, they're the ones that should be calling the shots. And maybe that's a draft issue at the end of the day, because you have this Dusa that wants to go late game, but you have this Timbersaw that has this like mid-game power spike.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to do both things, right?
Yeah, usually this is like a ladder lineup, right? So usually the idea is like Timbersaw gives you enough space so Dusa can farm decently and get to the correct late game, and that's fine. But then usually you expect Timbersaw to create much more space against a team like Hokori, who has pretty solid late game in general, right? But we didn't really see that from Hijack this game.
Yeah. This is very different from oh my god, I'm sorry. From his X performance, where I think he farmed a lot, but he was also going for a lot of kills.
But
I
we're
mean,
so sad he had to just stifle a tear there for Hijack.
Alright, so looks like they're finally gonna group up middle here. They actually don't have the Aegis. It's kind of an odd time to group up, but they did finish they're about to finish the MKB.
Buffer tower here mid. But there's a later Alacrity from the Gyro. There we go.
Stolen Alacrity. Oh.
That is a huge spell to steal when you're pushing.
Oh my
He has
god.
MKB now if he wants it, I believe.
Yeah, he's very close.
Oh! Well, I was checking the price of MKB, and instead, Gyrocopter. Oh, they broke the push factory. They can now force stab him. Gyrocopter takes the BKB. Satanic as well is able to heal back up. He needs to hit something though. Tiaris, the Scotty is stopping his healing completely. Is the Dusa's gonna kill Tiaris at this rate? Glimmer Cape is not gonna save him. They save him telekinesis though, and the force staff. Hijack's coming for him. They rupture Hijack. Everything to save Private Tiaris. The Cataclysm. No! Bushwhack actually took him away from the Cata. They still hit him with Tornado though. That should finally be enough. Tiaris will die. Saving Private Tiaris ends just like the... No, actually it's very different from the movie. As D-Flash will fall to as well. It seems like Hokori got a lot of kills though for this. So not too bad for them. They lost their carry. But do they want to continue this? I mean, it's still Dusa and Invoker, the two primordial carries. Backstab boys.
They do have vision in the lane, so...
Oh, what are you doing, Analog?
God.
You madman. He still has the illusory orb to get away, so he shouldn't die here. Ryura has the Hex. There
Out
we
of
go.
eyes.
Initiation. Hex. Deafening Blast. Ice Blast to try to threaten Ryura. It's gonna miss everyone instead. And it seems like Hokori will not lose their puck here.
Okay, wow, that was really close. I think Backstab boys, they had the right idea there. They found a gyro. It's just that they are behind in gold, so that fight's gonna be hard to take. Even when you just side of eyes they pretty much took 80% of the gyrocopter before it even pressed Satanic, and you could see how Scotty just counters that item so hard. But yeah, you're playing from behind. Fights are gonna be hard. I think that was one of the best fights they're ever gonna take this game. So I wonder what's the plan here. Roche's about to respawn, so you probably just try and get map control, and you go for a smoke once you're sure that's up.
That Scotty completely nullified the plan there, huh? It was pretty brutal. Otherwise, Satanic would have saved Giannis completely. So they really needed...
Yeah.
I mean, they need
I think he
MKB
got
as well.
Blood Rage as well, so I think he was losing some HP per
Oh,
second.
yeah. That could be...
But even still, like you could see that the Satanic was not doing that much. He also doesn't have Sanjin Yasha, which
True.
could, kind of counter what the Scotty does a bit.
Leveler picked up by the Tusa as we get Penta-Edge Sword for Hokori. Not as good, certainly. May give Penta-Edge Sword to Bloodseeker, start game as a carry. Rubik will die to the Cataclysm plus Sharpshooter combo.
Ooh. Oh, this Invoker now with the Side of Eyes is becoming a huge issue. I'm not even sure how they itemize here. Puck's going for Eggs, but I don't think he can get solo killed if the Invoker just shows up with Ghostwalk.
You don't think he's gonna get solo killed, or you do think he's gonna get solo killed?
I think he will. Lincoln's or maybe Kaya Sanj would be better for surviving. But one more damage.
He's been silenced. The Dream Coil completely missed, but at least sets up for the Ice Blast, so it's not that big a deal unless Puck. Okay, Puck is able to get out of here alive. Hijack won't be so lucky, but Tiatis now being thwarted by FCR yet again. He can't beat him. Still MKB needs to get away. Double force staff Tiatis trying to heal back up with the creeps. Go Satanic, go! Tiatis is back to full HP. We're fine here. They have popped back on two heroes as Ryur dies to Vitali in the backline, but Analog might be next as Analog is incapable of surviving FCR's damage. Tiatis, I have never seen an MKB pickup be more needed in this game. They will find Vitali at this rate as well. He does have a Lotus Sword for one final dispel. Vitali doesn't want to get caught, but the Bushwhack will find him regardless. Oh! Telekinesis saving his life from the Sharpshooter. And El Misho, he will save his teammate. Hijack is actually in trouble himself. Up in the high ground, close by the cogs. Hijack is going to die to the Spirit Vessel. But now Tiatis has to face his mortal enemy, FCR. What's he going to do? Help with the Lotus Sword. Quickly by the MKB. No, he's not going to. He's trying to help out Bloodseeker. Vitali still with double damage. Manages to get a kill onto the Clockwork. They're actually playing so well. These team fights. Tiatis forced to use Minotaur Horn, but now he's in trouble himself. Tries to TP. Stonegaze. It's not going to be in time. TP too fast. Moment of doubt for Dusa. This allows her from stopping the TP and ends up being a hugely great fight for Hokori. That was impressive.
I like the way that they are showing some heroes on Hokori and baiting the reaction from Backstab boys is incredible. Like the four staffs. I just feel like the itemization of Hokori is just better. You have this Lotus Orb, double four staff, and these heroes are just like doing so much. The problem though is this Dusa. Like they actually cannot kill her. This is the second or third fight that the way that they win is by baiting Backstab boys. So I think if they play better on the side of Radiant, it's still going to be a super hard game for Hokori, because this is an 11k goal lead, and yet this Dusa doesn't seem to even flinch when they go at her.
I agree. I feel like MKB is such a vital pickup right now, honestly. Like, I know Maelstrom is helping you a bit, but it just seems like that would fix some of your damage problems. I don't know if I'm super sold on the Hurricane fight, to be honest, seeing how little damage Gyrocopter has now.
Just really good versus Clock, but honestly, the problem I think is that both carries, they don't have either Flicker or Spider Leg. So like there's threads on Gyrocopter still, there's threads on Dusa, and they're just kind of slow, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's the real problem, guys. You ought to get Spider Legs. Stupid Hokori. How did you not buy Spider Legs?
You know what do you think it would be better if neutral, like everyone would have every neutral item always? Do you think it would be No? Okay.
I think I like the shot by you. Oh, there's
Oh
the
my God,
Invoker,
Ryder's dead.
BKB, Cataclysm used. Cataclysm is gonna kill Misho, but you should die here. There we go. As the hookshot to Tianis. Okay, it's to Satanic. Suffering against the Tusa though. He has a lot of HP, but is it gonna be enough? I think Satanic BKB as well. Tianis trying to heal as much as possible. Hurricane back as well, but the Scotty stops him from healing well. And instead he's just going to fall. El Misho dies, Dennis with him. The Ancient Apparition from Gardic also joining them in the grave. Hokori only has 2 survey members here, and they only got Brayur, Almin, and D-Flash for that engagement.
Wow, yeah, that is becoming such a huge issue. And FCR played really well because he got the Stone Gaze off and then he timed it really well with the Mystic Snake. And I feel like the Gyrocopter pressed Satanic, but he was stunned for 5 seconds. So only the side gunner was hitting, and it was not enough to like keep him alive with a Duza hitting his face. They also took the fight with the high ground. I think it was kind of crazy that Hokori just went up like that. Even though Analog survives at the start, they had a lot of buybacks on Backstab boys, and they didn't have the buybacks on Hokori. They just finished the MKB on the jar after all. This is really troublesome. I think this could be like 1 lane of barracks.
Analog. Okay, at least he doesn't get caught out. That would be awful. You're right, this could be 1 lane of Rax. Maybe we completely underestimate the power of Tusa, to be perfectly. I mean, Hokori did as well. My goodness.
Yeah. She's mega farmed, and I think the attack range problem is starting to become like very apparent. You can see like it's 42 minutes into the game, and the Gyrocopter has a Grove Ball, just because he's feeling kited, and it's there's not a lot you can do to mitigate this. I think maybe he can go like Blink Dagger, Swift Blink or something, but he doesn't have a lot of gold right now.
Yeah, I agree. Swift Blink is an idea here. Help him out a bit. He's going for Butterfly now, which is true. There's no MKB pickup or Maelstrom on Tusa.
Tusa has a Nags in the backpack. That's how fat she is. Is she bringing... Oh yeah, she's bringing the Aghanim's Blessing.
Yep. I mean, now with the shard, honestly, the full Ags build is completed, plus still the carry Tusa essentially working out.
Okay, so I think the play here is you have to coil this Dusa when she's hitting your high ground, and you telekinesis double force step her, breaking the coil into the tier 4s. Maybe you could kill her that way.
SCR, 4-step for safety, great. There's the pushback though. Gyrocopter stopped. Scotty to the low ground. It's perfect. Oh, no. Not Scotty, sorry. 4-step to the low ground. The Scotty is what's stopping him here from doing anything, really. The Scotty constantly is actually what's been denying him from these fights.
I think that was an ally 4-step. Like, none of the 4-steps on Backstab boys were used. That was so dangerous, dude.
Oh, that was very dangerous. I agree. It's okay. They had a 4-step to fix it. FCR. It's itself a position where, I mean, he has H's. I guess he can't die. But he might still. Lackery's not going to help him enough. That's a freebie from FCR's positioning. Can they kill him a second time? Dream Coil. Oh, it's going to be broken. And Minotaur Heart's not going to help you. Not against the Ags, at least. They do silence her. Homing Missile hits. She can't avoid it. Second Homing Missile's also on the way. They did break it with the illusions, though. And it seems like they just lost the H's. But I guess Medusa's back to being unkillable. That was a really weird play by FCR.
Yeah, the way FCR was, like, he was way too up there to try and zone Hokori. He could be hitting from, you know, the Chuntalaya sign in the bottom, in the bottom side of the map, but
yeah.
Chuntala, yeah. And he went like so deep. There was no reason, and no one was there to help him, which is expected since there's so much damage coming from Hokori. I mean, this is gonna delay this game. We might see the last tier of neutral items, honestly. Because we probably will wait next Roshan. I don't think this game is gonna end anytime soon. You don't seem very happy.
No, because of what you just said. So, no. It does feel like a bit of a farm fiesta here until... Because I don't think Backstab Boys is gonna... I don't think Backstab Boys wants to keep this, wants to keep the pressure going because, as you said, I do feel like they're a bit SG-like about this place, especially now after they lost FCR and the high ground. They're like, well, we're not invincible yet.
Yeah.
And I also don't feel like Hokori is in the position to fight anymore.
I feel like with no Aegis, they could definitely take a fight. It's really just about taking a good fight, holding high ground, which right now obviously they can't because Backstab boys are doing a good job of controlling their triangle. But they're not gonna out-farm Hokori because the puck can split push. They don't have that much catch. Like this block can't really get on top of the analog puck and kill him.
Yeah, you kind of at best. I mean, the clock is really just as a disturbance here. You need the deuce. The deuce is really much what you're playing around the whole time, right? The rest of the team is kind of irrelevant, to be honest. Maybe Invoker now.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a little bit.
But it's really just like I would itemize entirely against the Dusa. Sure, Cataclysm can punish you to a degree, but I do like the idea of El Misho. El Misho, adios. Amiguito, no.
Glimmer Cape?
There's no way. They didn't commit the Cataclysm. That's insane. Adlo actually comes in here. They kill D-Flash. Can they finish off the Invoker? Has a Dream Call on. They don't see the Invoker, however. They see where he is more or less. Analog tried to get away. They even put the decoy there.
Oh, they're gonna smoke, huh? Okay, yeah, they know there's no Cataclysm, so this is huge.
Oh, they can catch
This will
Dusa?
at least... Oh, that would be huge.
Out of position? Oh, I mean, they're leading.
FCR.
FCR is really
is
slow.
important.
He's
but
gonna
this
die?
Is not gonna...
Oh no, FCR get away. They have forced him to follow through. No, he didn't go to the low ground. Holy missiles, telekinesis him to the low ground. There we go. Chalk up the
Has
seat.
Minotaur Horn.
Help. Minotaur Horn, Blood Right used, Stone Gaze. The assets of the last Holy Missile is going to be destroyed. They stole Mystic Snake. That's not what they wanted. Tiaris still in trouble. The counter initiation is here for Backstab boys. Dusa might be a bit too strong at this point. FCR chasing after the enemy with Alacrity on top of him, and Hokori will all retreat. Can they catch up though? Is the target for Rayur, who does have the Scythe of Vice, should at least find Vitali. Triple Meteor, Deafening Blast as well. Vitali has the Minotaur Horn though, so he's gonna be fine. Sharpshooter hits El Misho. Tornado, ooh, close. In fact, they find Gardic instead. It's gonna be a problem, but D-Flash committing suicide to give the team a bit more time. The Bushwhack misses though, so his suicide will be in vain. D-Flash, you will be missed, but you were irrelevant.
Hokori played that fight so well. Like they baited the Medusa Stone Gaze. They knew there was no Cataclysm. And I think Backstab boys, they were a little bit too overeager there. Obviously, they had bought back the Clockwork, so they really wanted to do something with it. And now he just dies back again. It's rough, even though this Medusa is strong. Oh, Rupture. How did he get vision? Oh, yeah, that ward. Okay.
Decoy? No. No, I mean, stop running. I mean, no! Definitely Blast, but he's already dead. They catch up to the Invoker using the Ghost Walk. They have vision of him, though, and that's going to be a dead Invoker as well. I don't know about that one. Holy Missiles. Starting to stun the Dusa. It seems like Tiaris, as the BKB doesn't want to use it just yet. Dusa's protecting her position. Dusa is marking her territory, but as she's been frozen solid, is the opportunity to attack. Go, Hokori, go! They have a chance. Lotus Orb constantly annoying them. Tiaris just needs to get close, but he's just afraid of dying to Dusa. Analog is not so afraid. They force the Stone Gaze. That's what they want this whole time. They silence her as well. The Mystic Snake giving her back some mana, but the whole missile is keeping her in place. The Stone Gaze stolen by the Rubik. The Madman actually froze the Dusa. They actually turned her to stone. FCR is going to die. Hokori did it.
Oh, I mean, Hokori, they're playing so well. They actually killed the Invoker first. The Invoker and the Hoodwink. They just play around the Dusa, and eventually they kill her. Just that's how I have to play this game. I'm very impressed. I think they had kind of a weak laning stage, Analog getting, I guess, destroyed by Ryer. But the way they're playing these late game fights, much superior than the way Backstab Boys is playing. Even though it was a good showing for Backstab Boys, I feel like Hokori is like definitely one tier ahead.
Yep, I would agree with that. Though, pretty impressive from Backstab Boys. Definitely an improvement from the other matches we've seen from them, though.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to lose yet, honestly. It could still go the way of Backstab Boys, but it's still been a pretty good showing for them. They don't want to buy back on Medusa, because she knows that without the Invoker, she's just going to get killed a second time. But this gives the opportunity for Hokori to take 2 racks. What?
Yeah, they can't. They can't go for another sack because of the tier 2.
I don't think they can take the tier 2 either. The lane is too pushed.
And this means Roche will be up when the entirety of Backstab Boys is alive. And that's definitely the next point of contention here. All right, so how many shards do we have right now? No shard on Clockwork. He's a poor bastard. Invoker has his.
Yep.
Timbersaw doesn't have one. Hoodwink has it. I like it. And
Medusa,
Medusa
of course,
obviously.
has hers. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Bloodseeker, I don't think he matters because he doesn't even right-click that much.
No, I
The
just...
Rubik one was clutch this game, though.
Yeah.
I think so many great plays from El Micho. I actually, like, I don't see Rubik that much, so I even forgot about the telekinesis aspect.
Yep.
But, like, he's totally anti-Clockwork. He has a 4-staff. Oh, again.
Misho. Okay, there's the A on this though. Actually, I did the Stone Gaze himself. I don't know. He might be able to
Booker's
fight
dead.
this back here. They have killed Ryu or El Misho. By the nullifier there, Vitali trying to get away. Still has the 4-step. They rupture the Dusa. Where's the help from the Gyrocopter? You need your carry here. Double rupture. One for the Hoodwink. And the Ice Buck will hit. Misses D-Flash. Does find Hijack. Our objective is Dusa. They do kill the supports by accident there with a flat cannon, and now it's the full-on fight. FCR versus Tianis. Who's gonna win this? Tianis seems to be losing, especially due to the Stone Gaze. He has no more Satanic. Tianis gonna die. Analog helping him a bit too late. Dusa's very low on mana though. They might have a chance. They might have a chance to kill her again. There we go. 100 seconds without her. Jericho buys back for this. Vitali chasing after Hijack. The TP, they can't cancel it, so Hijack can get away. Immediate buyback from Backstab Boys carry. FCR comes back into the game, but so has Tianis, and it's time for the Roche. This comes to the refresher as well. They just saw it with the Ice Vortex.
That was a really weird fight by Tianis. He had BKB the whole time. He never, like, there were tons of times he could have pressed it, but
Yep.
yeah, he ends up getting solo killed there. Roche is up, no invokers. I think the Medusa buyback's actually pointless. I don't think the FCR should have gone for it because they're not gonna contest without 2 heroes.
I agree. And now she's
we
vulnerable.
only have 1 life. Yeah.
I mean, if I was recording now as well, I would just like push top lane as soon as possible once Rubik comes back, obviously, because you have the liberty now to wait for Rubik as she bought back.
Yes. No rush for Hokori here. They have 5 minutes. They can probably just take tier 2, wait until the Rubik is up, and I mean, they could even just jump the Dusa if she shows up anywhere, and that's it. If you kill the Dusa, game's over.
That's true. I like that Tianis has the Grove Bow. Oh, Tianis decided to rescind the Grove Bow. He's upgraded to tier 3. He has the Elven Tunic.
The life of a carry that doesn't get any good tier 3 neutral items.
Tier 4.
Smoke though.
Oh.
I don't like this. Why are we fighting outside base?
So we're gonna try to go for Jarkata first. He does the Aegis though. They do kill the puck super quickly. Analog has to use the BKB. Oh, sorry, has to use the buyback here to save himself. No BKB from the Gyrocopter, who still has it though. Putting on the cheese. There's the BKB. It's the fight between the 2 cores. He needs to get away. Vitali can't quite help him out. Tianis safe for now, but not for long. Oh, they cut the tree. The push was on. He eats the cheese on top. That still has the Satanic. Michael Rayur here. Form of the pig, but Rayur is gonna die to the homing missile. They broke that Lincoln so the homing missile could kill him, and FCR's out of mana. That's his second life. He's going to fall. Hokori takes him, and that's the GG. Backstab Boys can no longer win this. Hokori will win game number 1 after 55 arduous minutes of Dota. Hokori take the first game of the series.
Wow. I actually take back what I said. I did really like the way they engaged that fight because the Rubik was spawning and TPing to the neutral, to the outpost, so he was not there. That's why the fight was even close. But I mean, they were really far behind, no buyback on the Dusa, so it's not gonna be like easy to take. But nicely done. I think both teams played really well, but Hokori was slightly better.
I would agree with that. I think that Backstab Boys, though, has shown some great improvement. Hokori is always keeping to impress. And now we're going to see what happens in the second game. As we take a small break, guys, we'll be right back with the second game of the series between Hokori and Backstab Boys. Until then. And of course, I'm talking while I'm muted. Hello, guys. Welcome to Mobius.bet Maestros. We're back again. This is the best production you can ever find. The only advantage this has over Richie's production is that you get to see all the internal bits and bobs because I always forget to turn them off. So you get like, oh, wow, this is how he produces. Very interesting.
Genuine cat.
Genuine. So we have next match with Backstab Boys and Hokori. We're going to get right into the draft because they're advancing relatively quickly. We're a bit late on this. So, thoughts about the draft, Bowie? Let's go straight into it.
Let's see what we have here. I do like that they do pick up the Timbersaw against the Axe of Backstab Boys. Feels like teams just really love having that, and I think it also dissuades the carry axe a little bit. At least when Backstab Boys is playing, they never attempted that against Timbersaw being picked. With that said, total swap of mini heroes here, right? They do get the Invoker on the side of Hokori, and Backstab Boys gets the puck. So can Analog actually crush Ryer the same way he did it, or will Ryer win the lane again?
I don't know. That would be the ultimate insult, right,
Yeah.
to Hokori? Like the ultimate
Yes.
insult to Analog. Aren't they in Brazil servers this time, though?
They're on Brazil servers.
Yes. So I guess it's still even, I guess, between them.
Yeah, it was even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ryer should be lagging just as much.
Maybe the ping is what made Analog lose, and Ryer's more used to it. Who knows? But now we'll see what happens with the Invoker puck matchup. I honestly never thought the puck lost this. Like I always thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think he
favorite.
should lose.
Yeah.
Maybe he made a mistake, and sometimes like 1-2 mistakes can like really destroy your lane, even when the matchup is favorable. Now, this Grimstroke guy, this is a guy that pretty much never shows up. He's been gone for a while, so I like it. I think it works well with the puck, works well with the axe, both gap closers. But we do have the Tornado to dispel the Inkswell, so that's definitely a small problem. Lots of bans here. They actually take the Slark out. Are they gonna pick Dusa again? There's no Dusa. What? Oh, so is this Axe carry then? That's why they removed the Slark?
I'm not sure. Not sure,
gonna
to be
be-
honest. I mean, I guess, yeah, but then they wouldn't remove the Void, though, if you're thinking of Axe Carry, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's confusing.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Okay, they're
That's gonna be Axe
they're Axe Carry. That Void ban is a bit weird, but okay, I guess you're right. What does Hokori do against Axe Carry? What do you have? I mean, Wraith King is available, right?
Yep, I think Brave King is a fine choice. Terror Blade is up, but it's up because they also obviously wanted the X carry. I honestly feel like you can pick Terror Blade and still win, even against Sand King. But I don't think Hokori is gonna do that. I think they're gonna go for a safer route. The Gyrocopter. I mean, why not Gyrocopter? I think it's actually pretty. Oh, it's banned as well. I cannot see charts. I think anything lifesteal related or region related works fine here. The
Yeah.
Jug and the lifestealer.
I think CK is fine too.
CK is okay.
I don't love him against Senki though, to be honest. That's my problem.
I like anything that doesn't care about the coil that much. I think this is really how Backstab Boys are gonna take most of their fights because their supports, like the Abaddon, doesn't really add anything to the table, and the Grimstroke, has a couple of spells, but they get completely countered by Jug and Lifestealer. They're not really popular right now, but I think they also scale really well with the Invoker Alacrity. Drow is not terrible, but it's also not great here, even though it just outrange the X by so much. I think they have a lot of gap close
Yeah.
on Backstab Boys.
I don't like that. I think Drow actually sucks against Axe. His Axe can always just jumper. Honestly, it's a bit too easy. You don't gust in
Yeah.
time. I am okay. Yeah, actually considered a pretty decent counter to the Axe carry because it's really difficult to hit him with the Berserker's Call. His lane
A
against
lot
Senki
of
is
their damage is magical, right? On Backstab Boys. Okay, I actually like this. You're down for the AM?
I think so. I like him against Senking. I like him against Puck. I think he's solid against Abaddon. I like him. Let's see. I've seen this AM ban multiple times from teams that play X carry, so I never really understood it. I presumed it was Berserk. I never saw the matchup, right? But I think if he's getting banned constantly, there must be a reason behind it. So I like this. I think I'm going to go Hokori again. I also think they're the slightly better team. What about you, Bowie?
I have never seen this matchup in a competitive game so far, but I understand why it's good. I think. Oh,
There's a bit of echo there?
did we? I don't know, but I did crash. Did you crash?
No, I did not crash. Oh, I did. Interesting. Okay, so I got your echo, and then the game crashed. Nice.
Okay, we might have to remake this, right? Can I reconnect? Yeah, everyone did.
Okay. All right, we're gonna reconnect here. We're gonna reconnect, guys. Sorry about that. Let's go to the camera. See while we wait. There we go. Hey, Bowie.
All right. Hello.
So, yeah, I mean this sucks. We had this once in the tournament before, so it's not like we're new to this. Oh shit! How do I get the password? How do I get the password? Not turn off Bowie's camera. Oh, thank you, Bowie. You god. Wait, is this? What? I don't think this is the lobby. Okay, I want to know on the small break screen so I can access the pass without showing it to all you guys because Bowie's on Discord. We appreciate you. Thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Sorry for the small pause, guys. Just live remade and limitations to our broadcast made it impossible for us to go and actually do a camera segment. I'm sorry. Richie's setup is much more complex than mine. I have but a simple, terrible computer. We hope you like it anyway.
They're loving it, dude. Avo plus casting. What else could you ask?
Well, I would ask for a Bowie co-caster, and then it's the perfect. It's a dream
Well,
team.
we do have that.
Oh wow.
So
Nice. All right, so with same picks, obviously, guys. It was just a small crash of the server. We're not really sure what happened there entirely, but it's happened before in this tournament. It's just it only happened in South America, right? If there's anything bad happening, it's gonna happen in South American tournament. So it seems like the AM is desperately trying to avoid the Axe, and of course the Axe wants the AM matchup.
yes.
Because even though you're good against Axe, I'm presuming in the mid game, I think you're pretty awful against him in the lane.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the lane's definitely good for the AM because you just drain all of the mana, and then like Axe is not gonna do any damage. But in the mid game, you definitely fear the Axe because of the call into whatever follow up they bring.
You think
Like
so?
you don't like solo queue AM anymore like you used to do in the past with like Blade Mail, but any other hero like a Grimstroke's already gonna be enough. Oh, they TP.
Yeah, no, see, I don't think they want the Axe matchup because I think that once you carry Axe, because you max the counter helix so early, the mana doesn't matter as much. You just run at the AM. Whereas taking the mana from the Sand King feels very impactful here because then you deny his lane completely. That's how I see it. Yeah, see, look, FCR's TPing. Yeah, they want the Axe versus AM lane.
Okay.
Bowie, where is the analysis coming from?
I don't think it's that bad, honestly, but like the Sand King is much better for sure. Like the Sand King doesn't do nearly as much as the Axe would do. I think both are okay, especially when he's bottom. I think just having a Crypt Equilibrium will be better than being top
Hijack?
against the Sand King.
Hijack. Oh, the body blocks by D-Flash are so good. They just saved Hijack's life there. One more Timber Chain and Hijack was dead. Elmisha's still stealing his mana though. And the Sand King versus Timbersaw matchup is a even matchup as well. I mean, Sand King is actually kind of happy with that matchup. You just go for 1 point in Caustic Finale and Timbersaw actually struggles against you.
All right. What about this mid matchup here? How is it going? For now, it's pretty even.
I guess we'll see if it's all about Rayur and Analog or if it's about the Puck and Invoker. If Analog wins this game, or wins this lane rather, then I guess we'll know. Invoker just destroys Puck and lane.
He does have a lot of denies here, which was why Ryer was like almost 2 levels ahead of Analog in that game. So we'll see if he can keep that up. So they did send FCR bottom again, and Tiaris, he's actually bringing a TP, is he? Yeah, his career, yeah, he doesn't have a TP. Oh, and that's actually huge, right? Because in the past, that's one thing we didn't talk that much about.
FCR?
I think the musical
FCR?
lanes.
I think he's gonna die. Oh no, he activated the salve as well. Just got cancelled by Tiaris. They need a second salve. Go. Oh no, he just got cancelled too. FCR. 2 salves, first blood. Oh, that must feel awful. Guard.
My heart is so
loses life
heavy.
there.
That's like watching global warming happen in your face. Like, like so many wasted resources. Those salves could feed like so many ports worldwide. Well, still like not the end of the world. I actually thought the Axe had the TP on cooldown, but he doesn't. So still getting experience. But that's like a huge win. First blood for Tiadas, obviously. Yep.
Really good start for Tiaris, honestly. Very happy with how this is going.
This is why I think this lane, like, I think once the Axe is level 5, maybe it actually gets kind of hard for the AM. But I think the first levels are actually really good for AM, especially if they can just focus the Grimstroke.
Analog once again, getting the first blood against Puck. Can you imagine?
Okay.
First
Okay,
blood
so-
against Puck. No, it works.
All right, we were wrong. And the crazy part is in both games, Invoker was picked first. Puck was the response, but the hero picked afterwards actually gets killed in lane. So maybe it's one of those things where, like, the lane maybe isn't as good for the Puck, but the Puck's still going to be a good matchup overall in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it must be the case, right? Like, I guess you just can
Yep.
relatively get punish the puck easily. I guess if you know the matchup, the phase shift is easy to cancel with the tornado as well and the cold snap. So I can see that being pretty strong. The urn later does become a bit of a threat, but I agree with you that puck later just destroys AM destroys the invoker every single time. Yep. The concern in this game though is there's an AM, which makes this harder. Oh, hijack by the way. They're not going for a hijack, actually. They want to kill D-Flash, because D-Flash, you showed yourself too much in lane. Vitali coming in here. Her spike. And you take down D-Flash. Hijack is next target. We mana drain him. Vitali nearby. Vitali with a Timber chain.
Bro. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
Alright. Timber doesn't want to lose those creeps, so he goes back.
Oh, bottom lane FC.
Oh, and they canceled the salmon.
Okay, you were right about the AM lane. It's just that they were wrong about it. Because he is destroying him, to be honest. He's struggling so much against this.
Yeah, I think like the way they were looking at this matchup is the Green Stroke. Like if they can actually get the silence into the Berserker's Call, they might be able to kill. Like once the Green is level 4, like he is right now, with the Inkswell. But prior to that, the lane is actually really hard. And even Sendiaba here is gonna get a Brigardic or Escape.
Stroke of Fate. Nope. Not stopping Gardic whatsoever.
Okay.
Be fine.
Beautiful. This needs Tiaris to cut a tree there for him. Oh, awesome.
The Ring of Health is still not on the AM just yet, though.
True.
So, I mean, even though the lane is supposedly going pretty well, I mean, he's stopping the axe to a degree. It's true that his farm is not anywhere impressive. He's been forced to go for a lot of stats to be able to deal with this lane as well. So I wouldn't say he's free, but you're certainly having a really good early game here for Hokori.
Yeah, I think especially the first blood. This is all he needs. I think the problem that's gonna arise very quickly is that anti-mage like a Terrorblade and like a Medusa cannot go jungle early, and you know once they get levels on the Grim, levels on the Axe, then this lane is actually really troublesome for him. So you know whether he's gonna die in lane or he's gonna jungle suboptimally, both are gonna be bad for Hokori. I want to see how they're able to enable Tiaris. Probably with some rotations to this lane, but so far they're actually top here and a lot of rotating towards Hijack.
Yeah, I mean, Hijack is struggling a lot in this lane, though. I was actually expecting him to do much better against the Timber Saw, but I think the Lion made the kills much more possible against Hijack. Analog is even rotating here. We do have the Urn. D-Flash is gonna die. Easy kill. Hijack's the next target, and Vitali feels very comfortable. He has 12 stacks of reactive armor. He knows Hijack can't kill him. He can still set up Sandstorm for a bit of magical damage. The Hex on top, and that's gonna stop Hijack completely. Hijack is dead. Easy as pie.
This is awesome. I love that they don't rotate to the anti-mage lane. Like, sometimes doing that is actually worse for the carry, because you're going to drag so much attention, so many eyes. In fact, they forced the Grimstroke top, and now he's not with the Axe, which would maybe allow them to get a kill on Tiaris.
LCR.
Ryder does get the Arcane Rune in the puck.
Nothing too big right now. I mean, he's not in full recovery mode either. I don't think he can match Invoker's rotations here, though. Oh, they catch on Misho. Winning Rift. On Misho. On Misho. There's an Earth Spike onto 2. Analog coming in. EMP Tornado. At least he avoids the EMP. There's no intention of cold snapping him. May go for D-Flash instead. Finds nothing. Settles for the creeps. Not ideal. But he's just rotating back to farm anyway, so it's not that big a deal for Analog either.
True. And I mean, they did use Coil for support. I think I'm surprised that Tiaris is being left to like farm like he is right now. He might even get a kill on FCR with this rotation. Oh no, no mana.
FCR, he's going to die.
Yeah,
That's
you know the fact that they
really
used the
aggressive.
That's not good. I think the rotation from Ryer should have been bottom on Tiaris. The fact that they just coiled this Lion makes them sure that they can go bottom, and there's not going to be a puck rotation.
Okay, they kept the Timbersaw here in the top lane. They're able to kill him. You know, with the silence, it's gonna be sufficient for the epicenter to finish him off. There's no hood just yet on him. Even then, I think he would have been dead.
Yeah. Well, FCR's back bottom. You know, I like this. I understand that their plan is to force this anti-mage jungle. Oh, they do gotta kill Meadow with Analog. But I feel like FCR has been so busy denying farm that it might hurt him later on. You know, in comparison to that game, he was 26-2, just like a massive blob of farm. It's not really what's going on right now. The anti-mage is first by a pretty decent margin.
Yeah, you're right. What's the plan here? I mean, I guess FCR doesn't need the Battle Fury, right? So you can still farm really nicely as long as you get the Manta style. And even without it, I think you still recover nicely. So I don't know if FCR is full-on recovery mode right now. It does suck though, because I don't think he should be joining onto these much fights. He is really stopping his farm compared to Tiaras, who just find the most optimal route to just get creeps.
Yeah, I totally agree. Oh, dominating. And they get Analog. They have the coil, but no damage. Yeah, I think, you know, if I might be being kind of a downer here, so I apologize. But I do feel like Aomine, the way he's moving around the map is making this game really hard for Backstab Boys, because he is actually the hero that, with the axe or with the puck, he enables whatever core to get kills.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was TPing top when he was not needed, then he dies, and now he might die bottom again. Oh, no.
Oh, that is not what you're looking for here at all.
Yeah, like, you have this very farmed puck, but you can't really get any kills because you don't have the actual damage coming from the Grimstroke. At least they do get the tower mid, which is pretty big.
Dream Coil, got it.
Again, another coil on support.
Difficult embrace. Are you?
Oh!
Good kill, Diatis. There's a D-Flash. Tornadoes available for Analog. D-Flash. Ooh, no tornado here.
He's creating space.
There's the Earth Spike. Yeah, he is creating space. He is creating space, you're right. Actually gonna go heal under the tower. Yeah, the Cold Snap. That's gonna be enough. He wanted the Urn to charge back, so you know, you just have to get that kill. Okay. But I mean, he's also creating space for Tiaras, who's farming solo. Like, yeah, sure, Axe got a bit of time to farm solo, but Tiaras is really starting to scale. Now he's gonna get the Battle Fury. Again, it's a 12-minute Battle Fury this time, though, with the treads yet again, and with also the Orb of Venom. It's pretty impressive.
Really impressive.
No, the episode is not going to come out.
Sorry. Could have asked for a better early game. This is all an anti-mage wants. Oh, FCR. I like that they picked the Abba here. The reason they're playing carry axe with the Timber is that they have a way to dispel the Whirling Death. But my fear is that as these late game fights develop and the Abaddon just dies too quickly, it's still going to be awful for FCR. He's going to be forced into like a BKB instead of a greedier item. I do feel like after the Manta and the Blink, he just needs BKB. Yada's the monster, getting kill stop. Battle Fury done, 13 minutes.
And even takes the tower with it. Like, the thing is, I feel Tiaras has done more than Axe by not joining in these fights because of the pressure he's creating. You know, I mean, I guess it's different, right? Your heroes play differently, but Axe trying to join fights this early has not really helped him out. And the fact that he went for the Blink Dagger after the Vanguard, though I usually like this build, it means that you're now full-on committed into fighting. If you win Manta style first, you at least can match the AM's farm. This way, you're never going to do that. It's impossible. You need to kill him now.
Yeah.
Oh no, double smoked. Oh, Backstab Boys, please. And Gardic even tanks it. It is perfect. I'm Hokori, I mean.
Yes. They have 4 kills on the side of Backstab Boys. All 4 kills, I guess besides one death from Vitali, are on support. So I feel like Backstab Boys, they are desperate, and they're not really picking their fights properly. Like, as I said, like, they actually don't go Mental Axe, get this Blink, and then you smoke to... You got a Wyvern kill? Like, this is not nearly enough. They have to either keep going for this, or they're gonna get really far behind. It's already a 4k goal lead at 14 minutes. Analog with the Midas, pretty much the same build that they went for with Ryer in the last game, but looks like he might go A on this instead, which I like. And look at the difference for the Timbersaw, right? He was under the tier 1 bottom by himself,
Sure.
just like making sure Hijack has to stay here, so the gank squad of Backstab Boy is going to be a little weaker. I feel like in comparison to Hijack, Vitale is much more willing to do moves like this, and like, I mean, yeah, sure, what if he dies with an Epicenter, but that's still the anti-mage free farming and lots of spells being used, which allows Hokori to fight afterwards.
Hijack does have a... I see a Winter Scourge here used by the Winter Wyvern to shut by a mean. Tiaris is like, maybe you kill him. FCR is stuck in the high ground. They have no way of canceling this TP. If Tiaris had stayed there, he could have mana voided and canceled that TP, and I think that would have been huge because they have no force. Oh, they have Blink Dagger. No, it's fine. They have Blink Dagger. That's true. It wasn't worth it.
True.
I was really excited. I really like when I see a carry get stuck there and I think, what if you just leave him there for the rest of the game?
It's one of the best things in Dota, honestly. Like the fact that he can still get clipped in some spots. Probably Arthur's downfall, but still really funny as an spectator.
It's true. It's funny that always happens to him. No, but I agree. It's I mean, in general, I think the elevation of terrain and stuff in Dota is really, really enjoyable to play with. Heroes that play with that, like Magnus, for example, or Rubik, are very fun, or Darkseer.
Vitali pretty much just taking the tower bottom there by himself.
Is this tower valuable though for Hokori right now?
I mean, every tower is valuable, but sure, it's not the
I mean, beyond the gold
prized one. It's okay. I think it's more about forcing people to be away from the anti-mage, although they do kill El Misho. Oh.
Gardic. Okay. They do get Gardic, and they actually lost El Misho too. They took a tower in exchange, so it's not too awful.
Oh, Flash.
Oh, oh no, he put the second ward! D-Flash wins! He did it! D-Flash, now he's gonna die for this. No! Oh, D-Flash, you absolute god among men! D-Flash! Look at the face of our savior. He might be hurt, but he's a true hero.
Okay, alright. That was nice, that was nice.
That's very good. I like that he brought this 2 sentries.
I mean, that's why Abaddon is, such a good 5. Like, I don't think there's any other 5 in the game that could have done that. Smoke yank from Backstab Boys. They do have this ward, but they're late. Anti-Mage already farmed this. Yeah. In general, I feel like Backstab Boys, they struggle with reading the game for their smokes. They're very often, support kills or just like, not really desperation smokes because they did had a ward, but they're not consistently getting good pickoffs, which is a problem for them. Oh, Evoker though, as I jinx. Oh, quick fingers. Analog. And he does finish his A on this here. He actually he locked the A on this. He's trying to go for a... Yeah, I think he's gonna try and turn it on during a fight. That's cool.
Vitali. Berserker's Call. There's the Inkswell as well. Silenced up. Okay, Rayur dies. Vitali. We have Chakram here. FCR. Vitali being just Vitali, honestly. He feels really confident. He's gonna go for FCR. He might just kill him alone. Where's the rest of his team? Vitali's just doing this for himself. We have the Timber Chain still, but there's no trees to Timber Chain too. And I guess Hokori, really confident in their Timber Saw, so much so they thought you can do whatever you set your mind to.
And I want to mention Tiari's build. Love it. Sanjay Nyash instead of the Manta is insane this game. You're against Coil, you're against Call, you're against Burrow Strike. so many long duration stuns. The Sanjin Yasha is gonna allow him to play aggressive like that and almost never die.
Okay, that's a really good epicenter and start though with a Grimstroke on top of that. Vitali in trouble this time. There's not going to be an anti-mage. There's not going to be an invoker. So it was just really easy to do this. Winter Wyvern next target with a Yule Scepter, and that's another kill for them. Easy. Okay, I got to question the choice to go that far in. I want to talk about SNY in a second, but like...
Okay.
Why go that far without your main carry? Like, clearly you were not going to engage in a 5-on-5, right?
Yep. I don't know. I think it was a big miscommunication by them. The anti-mage was kind of nearby, but they died way too quickly. I think they just underestimated the strength of Backstab boys, even though it's a 7k gold lead. Oh,
that's
Yasha. Will it save him?
There's the SNY. Okay, is that enough to silence? Yeah, you're right. SNY is for winners. I mean, I guess the ghost is not that big a concern because you can hit it easily with your BAT, right?
Yeah. But the Talon of Inkswell is like so long, actually. 3.5.
Yep.
Call is 3.2. So just by taking 25% out of that, it's
true.
It's huge.
Also,
especially if you can find the neutral item, the status resistance one.
Wait, I was gonna say in a second. Unleasha, hijack. It's just an easy kill. So. If you do the call, by the way, and you're not inkswelled by the time that you make the call, you might actually be able to run out before the call finishes and the inkswell hits you with the stat resistance. Okay, I think with this, the call lasts, what, like around... It's 25% less, so it's like 2.6, 2.5 more or less. And the inkswell is 3-second buff duration.
Yes. I mean, the Grimstroke can always just pre-use it a little earlier. You're gonna get less of a duration stun. But
it's not always possible, right? In the middle of a hectic fight, for example. Yeah.
For sure. And that's without the Sliver that he might get eventually.
Is Sliver the best item here for tier 3 for him? What else could you find?
Let me look at. Probably.
Tunic is pretty good this game too, no?
It's okay. I think Mindbreaker is really strong.
Okay.
Like, if they're ahead, I don't think he actually needs the Titan's Liver. Like, Orb of Destruction is really good, especially with the Scotty that he's going for. The Tunic is awesome. And then Titan's Liver is probably like a third one tied with Mindbreaker. Pretty good on him as well.
There's a Yule Scepter. Sorry, there's a Tornado here just to try to save the Lion. He's been silenced, but he'll live. He'll live. Vitali is leading the charge once again. But once again, we need the AM to join them, or else it's not going to work out. D-Flash. Okay, there's the Finger of Death. I mean, you get a double power strike, pretty nice, but Vitali's still surviving. Only 3 reactive armor charges, though. Doesn't really matter. Alacrity onto the Anti-Mage allows him to destroy poor Almin. Brayur is next. Hijack's trying to hide in the Sandstorm. Do we have any detection? We do not. Oh, finally, Lion, I think, was bringing some. Hijack got a bit scared. I didn't see any on Elmisha, though. Oh, he dropped a sentry, okay.
I mean, this is so weird, right? They're initiating... It's not like Backstab boys smoked. They chose to ult the Wyvern and the Lion. I don't remember the other target. And the Axe was farming the whole time. It's like, guys, my Manta's not ready. And I feel like that's a big problem for Backstab boys in general. They're always willing to... They're fighting at times where FCR is not ready. I think they did a better job with the Medusa in that game, like when she got the Scotty, they smoked. Right now, I feel like their playstyle is really weird.
I agree. It doesn't feel like they... I mean, it just seems like one of those games we've seen from Backstab Boys time and time again, where they're playing the tempo of the enemy, right, more than their own.
Yeah.
And they're struggling to make the choices that are more convenient to them. They're getting swept by the feelings of the game, I guess.
AM, we got the card? Oh, okay, he did. Will he?
Oh, this panda? This panda? It's an endangered species. Tiaras, don't! Not the endangered species!
Oh, he got the man. Alright. FCR got it.
He did.
Yeah, it is.
He was considering it, but Salamanta's like, maybe not. Oh. Tiaras? No. He's blinking for FCR this time. Hijack to catch Analog is not good for them. Aeon Disc will save him for a second. Analog is fine. They go for El Misho. El Misho is definitely a valuable kill. In comes Tiatis. We're going for the puck. We're going for the puck. But can we kill the puck? The puck's too quick. The puck's too slippery. The puck's away. Tiatis wasting his whole time, not knowing what to do. They've killed his other cores, and he's just needing to retreat at this point. Ryur, invisible, can't be caught. They also find the Timber Saw, silenced up. They stun him as well. Calling Blade to bring him down. And Tiatis, I just saw a little dance there, but there was no utility to that dance.
Yes, I think Tiatis was way too he was way too slow with deciding to pick up a target. He was always like looking, then he goes for the puck, which is probably the hardest one. He doesn't have an Abyssal Blade to lock him down, so that was awful. Like, they had a lot of gold, like he has 17k net worth, but it's almost as if he wasn't in a fight because he never committed to any targets.
Yep, yeah, I agree. I think the initial blink for the Axe was very awkward, honestly.
Yes.
It didn't feel like he was confident as he usually is in his objectives. Usually, I think he would go for the puck instead.
Yeah, that's gonna be a free Aegis for FCR. This could be the beginning of a new chapter here for Backstab boys.
Yeah, because Axe is actually starting to play his game now.
And he's going BKB. I love it. I hope he doesn't even get the travels before the BKB. But since he got the Aegis, he probably feels like he has enough time for it. Okay, so what is next for Hokori here? They are going for the Basher. I do like that the anti-mage goes for the Vanguard before the Basher. I actually feel like it makes the chance of him dying ever this game even slimmer. And it's not like they want to play aggressive with the Aegis being up for Backstab boys anyways.
I mean, is Hokori really that bothered to take this late? I mean, I guess at this point, right, your Axe is already online regardless of what you do. I don't think he gets super stronger like past minute 35 or so. So maybe just wait it out.
I feel like anti-mage definitely hits a ceiling faster than the Axe does.
Okay.
I feel like the level 25, like the talents of Axe are just so good. The Berserker's called AoE, his Axe is actually really strong. Anti-mage, a 6-slotted anti-mage, I don't think he's as strong as a 6-slotted like carry Axe.
Okay. So they do have a bit
there's
of a
still
timer
like
then.
20 minutes for Tiatis until he like peaks. Maybe 15. We'll see.
Do you think that Tiatis will consider the Axe for himself? I mean, it's not the worst Axe.
It's actually, yeah, I think it's kind of underused. It can be really good, especially against so many blink initiators on the side of Backstab boys.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
I've never
I
seen
think
one
like you
person
either
pick it up.
wait for Roche to drop it, or
Right.
you get it as like your 9th item after Moon Shard.
Yep.
Because he already has the shard. Yeah, he already has the shard on him.
Yeah, the shard is really good, but like I do feel that this Axe is sometimes underappreciated. It reminds me a bit of the Spectre Axe back in the day when people were like, oh, it's a good 7th item, and then you go, actually, it's a good 4th item. Actually, it's great. It's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Oh, time for a smoke here. Everyone TPing the tier 2.
There we go.
Let's go.
Look at Bowie predicting the moves.
So hard to predict. All right, let's see if
so
Gardix once again gonna eat the smoke. There we go. Perfect support 5 gameplay.
Do they have anyone else? No, they do not. Gardic, how is that smoke? Are you full, or do you want to eat another one?
I mean, he has 7 deaths, but I honestly feel like almost every death that he has was meaningful.
Yeah, I'd say like 2 or 3 deaths with him just taking a smoke, to be honest, which is perfectly fine.
Anti-mage now deciding if he wants the Paladin Sword or if he wants the Tunic. Probably just gonna keep it for after fights. Tiatis. Ooh, he missed the coil!
Oh, I missed that actually. I missed him missing the corner. I mean, that's... Okay, they still have the opportunity with the Cataclysm though. This is going to be kind of scary. They have dealt a bit of damage, enough to kill Almin. So Vitaly wants to. Chakram not coming out in time. They're charging the epicenter. He's actually been Berserker's called. The Winter Scars to save him, but he's still going to die to the epicenter here. Needs to get away somehow. Vitaly, find a way. He's not going to. That Winter Scars is not sufficient. Backstab boys that win this fight, especially if they catch Tiara. This is huge. Berserker's called. Do they have anything else? Nope. That's SNY helping him out. He gets the ghost out, not with the ink swell. It's impossible. This AM isn't now encased this ice. They can continue to hit him as they'll still spin. But actually, yeah, it's surprisingly tanky. He's going forward. No, backwards, sorry. He's going to start retreating. They do catch up to the Invoker here. Analog, not as tanky, gets a beautiful 3-red tornado, however. As they stop him with a Yule Scepter, they do see him now. Analog has been dusted. Inkswell misses him. Analog a bit slow. Diana is trying to run down the rest of the team, and he does get hijacked. Now can fight head on with FCR. He still, no, he does not have the Mana Void. Wants to trigger that borrowed time for D-Flash. But D-Flash didn't even have it. And now with the Alacrity, Diana is like, what? What about you? What? What? You thought you'd kill my team? He's playing around with him, knowing that the Earth Spike is not going to come out immediately. There we go. Okay, Tornado with Earth Spike, not the best of combinations. FCR is now capable of BKB, but he's not going to TP. He wants to keep on fighting. The Puck just got surprised by the Mana Void. Puck is down. FCR, he needs to get away. Can he, though? The Earth Spike stops him. He no longer can BKB TP. He's lost that opportunity. And Diaris might just be able to finish off FCR. Yes, with the help of Italia, it's definitely going to happen. Backstab, boys. That's 5 down for them.
That was actually crazy, because I think the first 20 seconds of Tiara's team fight was so bad. Like, Puck had the Aeon Disc for like 4 or 5 minutes now, and he just jumped in Mana Void, obviously like a hero that wouldn't die. So because of that, he didn't want it to commit to the fight anymore. But Hokori split the fight so well, and Analog was alive for so long that they were able to slowly kill everyone. And that's why, you know, it's kind of odd that he decided to play this carry axe against the Anti-Mage. Like, yeah, sure, he had the BKB, but he didn't want it to pop it for the first life. And then it doesn't matter that he has the BKB for the second one, because the Anti-Mage just runs him down. I don't think it's that good of a matchup, honestly.
No, that's what it seems like. I mean, it's a good matchup for Tiaris, though, that's for sure. That's what Hokori saw, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's why... Oh, Tiaris is going back in. With the Abyssal Blade, he can kill Almin. He can't do anything. Oh! The Glimmer Cape, stop by the Chakram. No chances. Tiaris continues. The melee racks are the objective. Backstab, boys. How are you going to defend this? And honestly, it seems kind of impossible. And after let these racks go... Oh, no, that initiation. That was not the best. Tiaris actually counterspelled the Berserk anyway. And the Winter Scourge, they're resetting the fight. That's all they're hoping for. Tiaris killing the support yet again. Almin bought back for this. Almin can't die a second time. Tiaris is going to get Berserker's called. He's chasing after Almin. He just gets silenced. The Inkswell, though, should be able to avoid it, but not with the Dream Coil. Okay, they need some help. Monitoring up to 3. Earthspike as well. They do soulbind Tiaris, but they help him out with the Golden Praise. That means Vitaly is stuck, but Tiaris is back to full HP. He's fine. He's chasing after Almin a second time. Glimmer Cape does stop him this time, but can't go back for Hijack. Instead goes for D-Flash. He's the support killer. Hijack will be killed off by Vitaly instead. And with the bash, they take away all of D-Flash's mana, soon as HP as well, as they hex up the Puck, and with the Cataclysm, it's going to be easy to finish him off as well. Tiaris is going around murdering whatever he sees. Vitaly has been silenced, though, with the hurt of the Inkswell. Tiaris gets in the middle of this fight, hoping to kill off D-Flash a second time. He knows there's no borrowed time. He's a support Punisher. He's a support murderer, but Tiaris doesn't have any invisibility, any detection, sorry. Can't see D-Flash, can still blink forward, will find him this time. FCR, they need a bash, they're not going to get it. Tiaris has to conform himself with only killing in a single position 5. He's also incapable of killing Almin, but Tiaris, he's done with this game. He wants the tier 4s and out. Invoker does get caught. Alright. It's pretty good. Tiaris, what are you doing? Tiaris,
he bought a dust.
Oh, he bought a dust just for Almin. You're dying now, Almin. Inkswell, he wants to avoid it first. Yes, still has the blink. Almin, dude. No, not this time. Not this time. Tiaris knew the Glimmer Cape was going to happen. By detection on your cores. He just figured it out. Tiaris trying to go for the pucks. He's FCR trying to go for the rest of his team. Counterspells nothing. They gave him Alacrity. Ryuru could die. He doesn't want to go for FCR just yet. He's afraid of going in the middle of the fray. Analog will actually die here. That's a dieback for Analog. But Tiaris... Oh, I missed that. They actually went for FCR and they killed him. He's going for more. He wants to find out the Sanking. There's no mana in the Sanking. The GG is called. They cannot deal with Tiaris. Anti-Mage too powerful. Backstab boy will lose game number 2 of the series. That's going to be Hokori. Once again, pulling off a really clean 2-0. Yes, Backstab boys played well. It wasn't a stomp by any means.